What is the percent of change from 35 to 28? So we're talking about percent of change, or we can also call it percentage change. Let me write it down here. Percentage change. And as this suggests, we're talking about the change or the difference between these two numbers as a percentage. So we started off with 35 and it decreased to 28. This number right here decreased to this, and we need to find out what percentage change does this equal to. Now there's a very simple way of finding this out, but before I go on and solve this question, I'm going to share with you a general formula that is applicable for all questions similar to this. And this is going to make your life a lot easier. So pay a little attention. The formula is the difference, and I'm just writing this down. We'll come to the explanation part in a while. Difference over, I'll just call it original number, multiplied by 100. Now we multiplied by 100 because we are talking about percents. Now this is the formula that we have. Let's see how can we use this formula to find out the required answer. So what this formula really means is we need to find the difference in numbers or numericals between these two values. So let's see what the difference between 35 and 28 is. In order to find the difference, we simply need to subtract the smaller number from the bigger number, and what we get is 7. So 35 minus 28 is 7. And this original number right here that I've written is the number that we started off with. So as a rule of thumb, the number that is before this 2 right here will be the number that's going to be our denominator in this case. I can call it a denominator since this is a fraction. So the fraction that we have is the difference over the original number, or the number that we started off with. So 75 over 35, sorry, 7 over 35. And as I said, we're dealing with percentages, so we absolutely have to multiply it by 100. And this is it. If we solve this, we will get the percent of change. So 7 over 35 multiplied by 100. Now we know that we can multiply both of these. Now if you don't know how to do that, I'm going to add 1 in the denominator so that it's easier for you to understand. And now both of these are fractions. We have learned how to solve expressions like these. We know how to multiply fractions. So 7 multiplied by 100, we start off with the numerators first, and that gives us 700. Following with the denominators, 35 multiplied by 1 is obviously 35, and then we can solve this. Let me erase this. So we can solve this fraction that we have right here, and this is going to give us the percentage change, or the percent of change. So 70 goes by 35 2 times. So if I add a 0, that means 700 goes by 35 20 times. So this is our answer. In fact, no, we're talking about percentages, so this is our answer, 20%. So what is the percent of change from 35 to 28? The percent of change is 20%. So we'll pick out this option, the second option, 20% decrease, since the number is decreasing in value. We're going from 35 to 28.